Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back from the Netherlands. Getting to cast the GWC European Championship was an absolute blast.
Groningen down deep, send it towards the net. Scores to break out instant in overtime.
Woo! Unbelievable. He battled that game, and experience comes out on top.
And there you have it. The 2022 NHL GWC European Champion. He goes back to back. It's Eki.
Congrats again to Eki for winning it for the fourth time, becoming the European champion for the fourth time. Unbelievable run for him, and it was really fun casting a great series at the end there. But we got new HUT stuff. We got new Milestone Master Set players that I want to break down and take a look at because there is one that I've been waiting for like years in Hockey Ultimate Team. All right, guys, let's get into the new content. All right, so we're going to kick things off with the 98 Martin Brodeur. And I'm not going to lie, these releases, or most of them, 100% agree with. Some of the Milestone were a little questionable, but the all-time shutout leader obviously deserves a Milestone Master Set player. So we got the 6'2" Martin Brodeur with gold post-to-post, as well as light work, all of the abilities that you want. And obviously 6'2" in Hockey Ultimate Team hasn't always been usable, but I think it is this year, especially with gold post-to-post. So if you're a Brodeur fan, a Devils fan, this is a goaltender that you could use for the rest of the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts, though, if you have tested them out. I always like seeing in the community the players that were able to test out the goaltenders. Let us know if they're good. Following him, we've got the 98 Chris Russell from the Edmonton Oilers, the all-time blocks leader. So this one's a little bit more obscure, but hey, we'll go with it. The all-time leader in blocks, I guess. Yeah, that's a pretty big milestone. So he's got gold ice pack, which makes sense in what it is, but ice pack is just like a brutal Hockey Ultimate Team ability, one that is just, even at 2 points, isn't worth activating. An exceptional shot blocking ability with additional range, greatly improves recovery from block shots, reduce injury and stagger chance. So how block shots work, guys, the block shot stat, that determines how fast they'll go into a block. But the thing is that it's so rare for them, that's only automatic, right? So when you manually control a player, they don't just drop down. So that's the AI, all them. So it's very, very weird. But let me know if you've used ice pack. I've used it a couple times and just never seen any benefit from it. That being said, he's got bouncer, stick him up, truculence, and shutdown. Those might be the 4 best defensive superstar abilities you can get, and he's 99 everything. He is only 5'10", but I think with truculence, we've proven with some of the smaller cards like Fox, if you have truculence on there, that can make up for it. So a really, really fun card, it looks like, on the back end of the 98 Chris Russell. Next up, from the Toronto Maple Leafs, newly retired Jason Spezza. I'm not gonna lie, he's only a few points away, I believe, from 1,000. So it's kind of stunning to see him hang him up, but he has been phenomenal in his role the last few years with the Leafs, and pretty sad to see his career end. I'll never forget that, absolute insane trio of him, Alfredson, and Heatley for the Sens, now all obviously out of playing in the NHL. So these, I guess now every time someone retires, I'm going to feel pretty old. But nonetheless, this one, 6'3", great size, 99 everything, gold-born leader, silver quick draw, thunderclap, third eye, and tape to tape. Obviously, these three I'm not a huge fan of, but quick draw and born leader is a phenomenal combo. This could be your centerman, #1 center for the rest of the game, essentially. Just obviously great size and fit combo. So if you are a Leafs fan or a Senators fan, this is a great card all the way around. And then lastly, we finally got it. A Master Set Joe Thornton card, the 98 Florida Panthers Joe Thornton for 1,700 games played. 6'4". He's got gold tape to tape, big rig, born leader, as well as unstoppable force and third eye. 97 speed, 96 acceleration. I knew it was going to be a battle to try and get him up to a very, very high skating, obviously, because his cards are always so slow, which I can understand. But this might be usable. It's not like it's not, right? We're at the end game. Everything's 99, but Joe Thornton, 6'4". He's absolutely massive and plays center. Right? So centerman, you don't need the huge 99 speed. You can get away with it. And man, it's Joe Thornton. This is one of the best ones. Come on. All right, so something else I want to talk about. I'm going to do this a lot over the summer, guys. Again, as we get closer to the end of NHL 22 and start talking about 23, content is the one thing that, the community can have an influence on. There's been times throughout this year where we've seen certain cards come out that he's asked for, things like that, abilities and all of that. So it is something that they have a little bit more freedom to change. Modes and things like that are already developed far in advance. advance. So at this point, the game is probably pretty much done. I haven't seen anything yet, but regardless, let's talk a little bit about some of the content, some things that I like to see. So I'm going to take this one, for example, the Finns winning the IHF World Championship. Unbelievable run by them. Obviously, very cool to see. Obviously, and being in Europe, all the Finns that competed in the GWC, it was really cool hearing them talk about, Finnish hockey and how proud they are to see that. The one thing I will say is, hey, we're in June now, and I understand that you can't just give out the best cards to everyone, but I think that when you get situations like this, the IHF World Championship team, that's a pretty significant part of the year. Why not just have them be 99? Why do we have to stick them to a strict like +7 or +8? I just think that's kind of arbitrary and cookie cutter and not really much creativity at all to them. So I would love to see them higher. And again, we talk about this a lot. Obviously some of these cards are fan service just to have, be able to say if you're a favorite player of, Antti Otama, like you're a favorite, that's one of your favorite players. Having him 90 overall, sure, but why not make it a little bit higher at this point? I'm not talking about November, December. I understand the power creep needs to be, heavily slowed down, but once you get to May and June, the players that are still playing, they're looking for that really big boost. Everything has 99 for all the people that are playing all year round, and not to mention the people trying out the game. If you're new to the game, say you live in Europe and you want to pack one of these cards, even if it's 90 overall, like that's really not going to help your team out that much. So if there was more 99s or 98s or available to you, I think that just would help the game at this point. But again, love to hear your thoughts down below. I was gone, so I didn't get to talk about the IHF World Championship Final Four team of the week. Same situation. I'd love to see these guys a little bit higher at this stage. Maybe, the +1 it seems that they do for master sets, where it's like +1 every month. It's like, so now we're at 98. Obviously, don't go ahead of that, but 97, 96, why not release cards that are all up there? Why do we have to have this like, plus? So the next highest card he's got is 88. You can only go up plus. So again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as we get towards the end of NHL 22. The new master sets for milestones, I love those ones. I think that they were a lot more, impactful and made a little bit more sense, especially, Joe Thornton as well as Martin Brodeur and even Jason Spezza because of the big retirement. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you then. Have a good one.